Hi! Yes, I'm back to speaking because I'm feeling like it. We started our 6th day in Korea by heading towards Namdaemun Shopping Street. Sadly, since we came before 10 o'clock, a lot of the stores didn't seem open, so it was quite quiet. There were of course some interesting stuffs that we saw, such as this hot dog that we bought. Usually hot dog would be filled with a mixture of sugar, cinnamon, and nuts. This hot dog, however, was filled with japchae, which was surprisingly really good, especially considering I'm not the biggest fan of savory foods. I believe this vegetable hot dog is also only available here in Namdaemun, so 10 out of 10 would recommend it. What really made it so good though was this sauce that my mother and I was trying to figure out what was in it. We also passed by another store and got some of their twisted donuts and meat chive buns, which tasted really good. My dad also bought some fruits from this store that had a crazy amount of oranges. The reason why we started our day so early is because at 11 we had to head over to Yongsan, and as you can guess, I have a booking to go to Hybe Insight, which of course is the company that is responsible for managing BTS, TXT, and Lazada to name a few K-pop groups. It was another place that I was really looking forward to on my trip to Korea, and while I didn't have any idol encounters sadly, I do think that as a fan it was worth the 20,000 Korean won admission fee that I paid and the additional 3,000 won because I wanted to print RM on my ticket because I'm a degenerate. I may just do a whole separate video about my Hybe experience since they actually don't allow you to film inside. You're only just allowed to take pictures, including the merch store. There is even a whole level where they don't even let you take pictures at all. But also because there is so many interesting things about this place that if I talked about this in this video, we'll be here all day. Essentially, to sum up the entire museum is a place that showcases Hybe's dedication towards music, dance, and storytelling, and I thought it was really enlightening. One of my favorite things in the museum was these interviews with 6 idols about what songwriting means to them, and your girl watched the one with RM. The interview was just so in-depth and I gained so many insights into how this man works and his thought process. His words touched me so much to the point that I cried. It was wild. The only thing that I was disappointed by though was that when I went, they didn't sell those Bang PD egg tarts that I saw online. The merch is official, so it is pretty expensive, and I got these 2 TXT and BTS washi tapes for my friend, while I got this 15,000 won sticker pack for myself, which I have yet to open for no reason whatsoever. So yeah, if you do want a video on my Hybe experience, do let me know in the comments down below. Once I left, I met up with my family to go to Noryangjin Fish Market. This place was a lot cleaner than I remembered it being, but the undesirable conditions that the fishes were living in did make me a little sad. However, my dad was really excited to try some seafood, so that's what we did. How things work here is that first, you ask the seller what you want and you try to bargain with them the price, something that my dad did not do, but wells. Once that is done, your chosen seafood will be brought to a restaurant and you can tell them how you want the seafood to be prepared. First, we got some steamed scallops which were really juicy and fresh. We also got some koro sensei or nakji. Usually when people come to Korea, they will order san nakji, but since we were still scared to try it, we just asked them to steam it. Next was this flatfish that was cooked in this glorious spicy gochujang sauce that I could not get enough of. And of course, the star of the show is the snow crab, which had me feeling like Haruhi in the one episode of Oran. Pro tip: if you have enough self-control to not eat the crab roe, you can ask the staff to take it out and cook it into crab roe fried rice. I tried it one time on my previous trip 3 years ago and I was obsessed. So just eating it here truly satisfied my cravings. The total price of the meal including service charge was 331,000 won, which almost shocked me, but at the same time, if this was in Singapore, it would have been twice the price, so my parents were quite alright with it. It was a little early, so we decided to head over to Ikseondong. Here is sort of like an up-and-coming area for teens here in Korea due to its many cafes, including this cafe Mangdang, which you may recognize from True Beauty or Goblin. We were still full, so we decided to drink some tea at Turan Tea House to hide away from the cold. My sister ordered this magnolia tea, which my dad said tasted like swimming pool water, and honestly, he wasn't wrong. And my parents ordered these 2 teas. We also ordered their red bean porridge, which wasn't as nice as the one we ate yesterday. However, their mugwort and pumpkin tok was really good and paired especially well with the honey that they provided. Overall, we had a really good time just talking about useless things while drinking the tea without a care in the world. When we left, we also passed by the store which was filming for a mukbang, I guess, which I thought was really cool. And I also passed by the stall that was selling some keychains, so I decided to buy these 2 for my friend. Insadong was really nearby, so we wanted to walk a little bit more, and my tea enthusiast of a sister decided to go to the tea shop to look at what interesting stuff she can buy. And that was all for day 6. So, Every time we come to Korea, it has sort of become a family tradition to climb up Namsan Tower, and since we didn't have much planned for our 7th day here, that is exactly what we did. Unlike the previous times, however, the whole place was covered in snow and it was truly magical, although I was freezing and I could barely feel my fingers. But climbing up the 1.2 kilometers worth of stairs was definitely a lot more worth it compared to the 12,500 won round trip for the cable car. Not to mention, it was cool to feel the air that has been breathed by many Korean actors and actresses since many Korean dramas were filmed here. I didn't feel much of when we got to the top because I couldn't feel my hands at that point, but there wasn't really much to see either since we came before anything was open. But now that we have fulfilled our tradition, it was time to head back down. Today is our last day in Korea, so be sure to subscribe to see what we're doing for the rest of the day. I'll see y'all in the next vlog, and thank you guys so much for watching.